This is not a drill. The Department of Homeland Security just showed up at 2 elementary schools in Los Angeles. Yes, actual elementary schools, trying to get access to kids. DHS agents claimed they were there for wellness checks on a handful of students who had reportedly arrived in the U.S. as unaccompanied minors. Let me just stop here for a second. Since when does DHS do wellness checks on 8-year-olds in classrooms? Turns out they were denied entry by the principals because, thankfully, LAUSD still follows protocol. The agents didn't have a judicial warrant, and school policy requires one before letting federal agents walk through their halls. You know, those little things we call rules. Superintendent Alberto Carvalho came out swinging, questioning why DHS thought it was appropriate, or even legal, to show up unannounced at schools. The agents reportedly told staff that they had permission from guardians, but families later said, nope, that wasn't true. So, what was the real intent here? This raises serious questions. What was DHS really doing? Why now? Why like this? Are we witnessing a quiet expansion of immigration enforcement into school zones, once considered sensitive locations and off-limits? This kind of behavior isn't normal. DHS does not typically conduct wellness checks. That job usually falls on local law enforcement or child protective services, and even they need cause. But remember, this is the same Trump administration that removed protections for sensitive locations like schools and hospitals. So here we are, with agents showing up at schools under a new definition of care. Now, DHS says it was only trying to ensure the kids' safety. But you know what would be safer? Coordinating with schools, bringing warrants, calling first. Not trying to bluff your way past a school receptionist with a badge and a half-explained agenda. For immigrant communities already living in fear, this isn't just bad optics. It's terrifying. Kids aren't just targets of trauma at the border anymore. They're being watched at school too. What happens the next time DHS shows up and no one stops them? What message does that send to families, to teachers, to students just trying to learn long division? This isn't just about immigration. It's about the kind of country we're becoming, where school hallways might now double as surveillance zones. And if you're not disturbed by that, maybe it's time to ask why. If you want schools to be safe spaces, if you believe kids shouldn't be collateral in immigration policy, then speak up. Because the line between wellness and enforcement just got dangerously blurry. Is this what we have become under Trump's chaos? Subscribe for more real talk.